It was funny, when it came time to put the band together, I knew it was going to be a big challenge to find people that were able to rise to the challenge. And part of what I was looking for was, I personally feel Frank's music is very contemporary, and I wanted to present it in a way that, if we're trying to attract a newer audience, which I definitely am determined to do, I want younger people to be interested in it and be exposed to it, I thought I probably need to have a younger focus within the band itself. And that sort of energy I thought would be very important. I mean, I was very fortunate in that the word got out to the right people, because Aaron Arntz, who plays keyboards and trumpet and sings, he was one of the first people that impressed me in one of the auditions, because his audition was, he had to transcribe the black page and Inca Roads without any help from us, no sheets of music, because I wanted to see how well he could hear it himself. And he was given 2 days, and he was to come in and just play it, whatever he got through. And he was the only person that pretty much got through both arrangements from top to bottom. And then Sheila Gonzalez came in shortly after Aaron, and she was hilarious, because when they auditioned, they were only playing with a drummer. They were playing with Joe Travers, and it was just me watching them. So they really were in, in outer space. It's just like they just have to make it happen with the drummer. So Sheila had to learn flute and saxophone and keyboards for Peaches on Regalia, and she came in, and it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen, because she took it very, very seriously. Okay, I can play all these instruments, and they all happen in this song, and if I do it right, I can play all of them, and there'll just be a short pause for the time it takes me to grab the next instrument. In the show, there's a part where she's extemporaneously soloing, and she's playing harmony with herself on keyboards while she's playing saxophone, and there's weird rhythms, and she's playing on a very complex groove. I think the part she's playing on is in 19, and it's there's a lot going on, and she's still multitasking. So she was a great find, and Billy, the percussionist, I mean, if you watch him play the last line in Inca Roads, which is just probably the fastest mallet part I've ever seen, that Ruth Underwood used to play. I mean, the fact that you can play at that speed and be that accurate on a nightly basis, it's a real testament to the effort that everybody put into it. It was great to be able to play on stage with Steve Vai and Terry Bozzio, Napoleon Murphy Brock, for a number of reasons. The first one being that their presence added that much more authenticity to what we were giving to the audience. And I didn't want it to ever feel like it was a circus, an attempt to just parade, former band members out in some sort of nostalgia event. It's what we're doing on stage is just celebrating Frank's music and trying to give people the chance to see it now in the most authentic way possible, because obviously Frank is not able to do it. That'd be weird if he was, but I think that was important for the fans. But on a personal level, it's for me it's great on a lot of levels, because when I first started playing guitar, Steve Vai had just joined Frank's band, and Frank asked him to give me some pointers, in the early days, and I remember Steve being a little concerned, because I'd only been playing for 10 days or something at the point where Frank said, hey, you should give him a couple lessons, and I didn't even know how to hold the guitar pick, really, and so he was thinking, well, this might take a while. Some songs I choose to stay away from for personality reasons, and what I mean by that is certain songs that might have been really popular that Frank sang that maybe have more of a comedic tilt to them are really best represented by Frank. And I would prefer that if people like those songs, they listen to the versions that have Frank on them, and we'll exclude those from our presentation, because you really need his satirical approach for the delivery of those songs to make them what they are. And I'm not going on stage and trying to pretend to be Frank or any of that stuff, and I don't want anybody to be feeling the pressure of that. So certain songs that are requested all the time have that kind of personality to them. And I think they're best left as the experience of Frank bringing it to you in stereo. And to the other side of that, there are some guitar songs that are one in particular that it's too emotional. I can't even get to it. I look forward to a lot of them for different reasons. Some of them for the sheer challenge of executing the difficult parts. The Black Page, one of my all-time favorite melodies that Frank wrote. Inca Roads, because there are parts in it that are difficult to play, but then there's this expansive section to improvise. So that one's probably the highlight in terms of what I get to go after on a nightly basis, you know, to have to play the hard parts and then also try to say something within a guitar solo. The only time when you're really not on edge is when you have an opportunity to improvise. That's sort of your relaxing moment on stage. That would be what Frank would call the body commercial, the solo. When I thought of really putting in the time to make this happen, I knew that there was a possibility that it would be able to last for an ongoing basis, you know, multiple years of doing this. There's certainly enough music to explore, but it all really was an unknown. We didn't know how well the tour would be received or what the reaction was going to be like. So now that we have an indication that there is a good interest and people were really thankful that this took place, I am looking to the future to be able to do this on an annual basis and continually add more material and just keep improving the way that we're able to present it. One of the things that's important about doing this project now, touring and trying to get people to notice Frank's music and his accomplishments, if you compare it to the current climate in the music industry, it's kind of funny because the music industry suffers from so much mediocrity that's stultified the industry itself. So Frank's music really is in such stark contrast. I mean, it always has been, but I think never more so than now. And there are so many opportunities for it to be heard in different ways now with all kinds of digital downloading and satellite radio. But I still think people haven't found it. They haven't recognized all the qualities that are there. So I want people to be able to have the exposure to the music, and I want to just stamp Frank's imperial mustache on the glabrous dome of the music industry.
I love this guy deeply. He is beautiful to me, and I sincerely mean that.
And he's been such a great leader in this band and has brought so much to people. I sit and I listen to this music and I know that there is nothing like it. And the fact that Dweezil has come along and has taken this to this dimension that he has is one of the greatest things that people who discover this music will experience, because it's life-changing. It's the quality of your life changes when you discover Frank's music, and he's doing it right. And just like all of the fans that come to the concerts that feel that music again, I am like them in my respect for this man. And I got to play baseball with him when he was 14.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Craziness.